Welcome back today. Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out an ordinary-looking 2001 Kentucky State Quarter, and discovering that, in rare cases, it could be worth more than $12,500. It sounds unbelievable, but that's exactly why collectors inspect every state quarter before spending it. While most Kentucky quarters are only worth 25 cents, a handful of exceptional examples with rare mint errors, outstanding preservation, or unique characteristics may command impressive prices depending on their condition, grade, rarity, mint mark, mint errors, collector demand, and professional authentication. Before you spend another quarter, stay with me because one tiny detail could completely change how you look at your pocket change. The story of the 2001 Kentucky State Quarter begins with one of the most successful coin programs in American history. In 1999, the United States Mint introduced the 50 State Quarters program, a series that celebrated every U.S. state in the order they joined the Union. The program quickly became a nationwide phenomenon, encouraging millions of Americans to start collecting coins for the very first time. By the time Kentucky's design was released in 2001, excitement had reached incredible levels, with collectors eagerly searching banks, cash registers, and spare change for newly released quarters. Kentucky became the 15th state honored in the series because it entered the Union in 1792. The reverse design beautifully represents the state's rich heritage. It features the historic Federal Hill Mansion, often associated with the famous song "My Old Kentucky Home," along with a racehorse standing behind a fence, symbolizing Kentucky's worldwide reputation as the horse capital of the world. Every detail tells a story about the state's history, culture, and traditions. Millions of these quarters were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, carrying either no mint mark for Philadelphia or a D mint mark for Denver. San Francisco also produced proof versions specifically for collectors. Because the overall mintage was high, many people assume every Kentucky quarter is common. But experienced collectors know that rarity is often created by condition and mint errors rather than low production numbers. Here's where things become exciting. Not every Kentucky quarter deserves special attention, but certain examples stand far above the rest. Coins preserved in exceptional mint state grades, especially those certified by professional grading services, may attract surprisingly strong collector demand. In rare circumstances, a nearly flawless example could be worth over $3,800, depending on its grade, eye appeal, rarity, collector demand, and authentication. But condition is only part of the story. One of the biggest reasons collectors search through rolls of state quarters is the possibility of discovering genuine mint errors. These aren't scratches or damage caused after the coin entered circulation. Instead, they are mistakes made during the minting process itself, making every authenticated error coin unique. Imagine finding an off-center strike. During production, if the blank planchet isn't perfectly aligned with the dies, part of the design may be missing. If the date remains visible, collectors often pay strong premiums for dramatic examples. Depending on the degree of the error, condition, rarity, and authentication, certain off-center Kentucky quarters may be worth several $100s or even more than $2,000. Now imagine something even more unusual. A clipped planchet error occurs before striking, when the metal blank is improperly cut, leaving a curved section missing from the finished coin. Authentic clipped planchet errors are always popular among error coin collectors because every piece is slightly different. Exceptional authenticated examples could be worth well over $1,000, depending on their condition, rarity, collector demand, and certification. Another fascinating possibility is a broad strike error. Normally, a retaining collar keeps the coin at its proper size during striking. If that collar fails, the metal spreads outward, creating a noticeably larger coin with unusual edges. Broad strikes are dramatic because the mistake is immediately visible without magnification, making them favorites among collectors. Then, there are doubled die varieties. A true doubled die isn't created after the coin leaves the mint. It originates during die production itself, causing portions of the lettering or design to appear doubled. Genuine doubled dies can become highly collectible, especially when the doubling is strong enough to be seen clearly. In rare situations, a certified doubled die Kentucky quarter may reach values exceeding $6,500, depending on its condition, rarity, collector demand, and authentication. As if that weren't enough, some collectors also search for die cracks and die breaks. Over time, minting dies develop stress fractures from striking thousands of coins. These cracks leave raised lines across the finished coin, and major die breaks can create unusual raised areas known as cuds. While many are modestly valued, dramatic examples often attract specialized collectors looking for unusual, mint-produced varieties. Here's a detail that surprises many new collectors. The composition of the Kentucky State Quarter is not solid silver. Standard circulation pieces are made from layers of copper and nickel bonded together, giving them durability for everyday use. However, special collector-proof versions struck by the San Francisco Mint were also produced in 90% silver for annual proof sets. These silver proofs are different from regular circulation coins and remain popular among collectors today. Imagine opening an inherited collection and discovering a beautifully preserved silver proof that has never been removed from its original packaging. While not every proof is especially valuable, exceptional certified examples may command substantial premiums over face value. Now let's talk about something every collector should understand. The difference between an ordinary circulated quarter and a superb gem-quality coin can be astonishing. Professional grading services evaluate every detail, including luster, strike quality, contact marks, and overall eye appeal. A coin that appears nearly identical to another may receive a much higher grade, dramatically increasing its desirability. In rare circumstances, an extraordinary top population certified Kentucky quarter could be worth over $9,000, depending on its condition, grade, rarity, collector demand, and authentication. These examples are uncommon, but they demonstrate why serious collectors inspect even modern quarters with great care. Another reason this series remains so popular is nostalgia. Millions of Americans remember collecting state quarters from change, filling colorful maps, or trading duplicates with family members. Today, many of those same people continue searching for exceptional examples, keeping demand alive decades after the program began. And here's one final surprise. Every day, Kentucky state quarters continue circulating across the country. Many remain tucked away in old piggy banks, forgotten jars, inherited collections, and unopened bank rolls. Most will never be worth more than face value, but every once in a while, someone discovers an unusually preserved example or an authenticated mint error that completely changes the story. That's what makes coin collecting so exciting. It isn't just about money. It's about history hiding in plain sight. It's about recognizing tiny details that millions of people overlook every single day. So before you spend your next Kentucky state quarter, take a closer look. Check the mint mark. Examine the design carefully. Look for unusual doubling, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, or other genuine mint errors. Remember, any potential value always depends on the coin's condition, grade, rarity, mint mark, mint errors, collector demand, and professional authentication. Have you ever found a strange-looking Kentucky quarter in your pocket change? Let us know in the comments below, because your discovery could inspire another collector to check theirs. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden story behind the 2001 Kentucky State Quarter, don't forget to like this video, Subscribe for more rare coin discoveries and turn on notifications so you never miss the next fascinating coin that could be hiding in everyday change. Until next time, keep looking closely, because history often hides inside the coins we use every day. Now, here's the question that keeps collectors searching through pocket change every single day. What if the next Kentucky state quarter you find isn't just another ordinary coin? What if it's one of the rare examples that most people would spend without a second thought? The truth is, remarkable discoveries still happen. Coin roll hunters continue finding unusual error coins in bank rolls, inherited collections, estate sales, and forgotten coin jars. While these finds are uncommon, they prove that valuable discoveries haven't disappeared. They're simply becoming harder to spot. Before you rush to search your own coins, remember one important fact. Not every 2001 Kentucky state quarter is valuable. Most circulated examples are worth only their face value. However, certain coins may be worth significantly more if they feature genuine mint errors, exceptional preservation, rare die varieties, or receive high grades from professional grading services. For example, an authenticated dramatic off-center strike could be worth over $1,900, depending on its condition, rarity, collector demand, and authentication. A remarkable doubled die variety may reach more than $7,800, depending on the strength of the doubling, overall grade, rarity, collector demand, and certification. In extremely rare situations, a spectacular top-grade example with a sought-after mint error could be worth over $18,000, depending on its condition, rarity, mint error, collector demand, and professional authentication. Those numbers are exciting, but they also remind us why authentication matters. Experienced collectors never rely on appearance alone. Before assuming a coin is rare, compare it with verified references, and, if it appears unusual, consider having it examined by a reputable professional grading service. A genuine rarity can be highly collectible, while ordinary damage after the coin left the mint usually does not carry the same value. This is exactly why coin collecting remains one of the most rewarding hobbies in the world. Every coin tells a story. Some tell the story of American history. Others tell the story of a tiny mistake made inside the U.S. Mint. And a select few become prized collectibles because they combine rarity, outstanding condition, and strong collector demand. So, before you spend another Kentucky state quarter, take a closer look. Check the mint mark. Inspect the lettering. Examine the edges. Look for unusual strike errors or varieties. The coin sitting in your pocket today could simply be worth 25 cents. Or, in rare cases, it may become a remarkable collector's piece depending on its condition, grade, rarity, mint errors, collector demand, and authentication. If you enjoyed today's rare coin hunt, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more fascinating coin discoveries, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next hidden treasure. And now it's your turn. Have you ever found an unusual state quarter or another rare coin in your pocket change? Tell us about it in the comments below. Your discovery could inspire thousands of other collectors to start checking their own coins. Until next time, happy collecting, and remember, sometimes history is hiding in the smallest pieces of change.